Procrastination is selfish. Procrastination is selfish. Don't beat me up. I'm just here to share what it is that God has been putting on my heart, okay? What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shadea, and I'm just trying to be obedient. So God gives us gifts, ideas, talents, and skills, and it's not just for us to sit on them, but for us to connect with other people and to glorify Him. Yet what we do is literally delay the process, and we delay the blessing because we're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect look, the perfect setup, the perfect aesthetic. And truthfully, God doesn't care about none of that. He doesn't care about the aesthetic. He doesn't care about the man-made and worldly things. He cares about your heart posture, your obedience. If you're surrendering to Him, He cares about your spirit. And literally the whole time while we're trying to get ourselves together, heaven is literally watching us bury what it is that God has entrusted us to build. Okay, I'm not just saying this out of my opinion. I have Bible to back it up. In Matthew chapter 25 verses 14 through 30, Jesus basically tells the parable of the master who entrusted his servants with gifts. So 2 of the servants multiplied what they were given, and then there was one servant who literally received a single gift and he buried it. He did absolutely nothing with what was placed in his hands. Well, he did something. He buried it and he didn't utilize that gift properly. And so when the master returned, he didn't just correct that servant. He literally took the gift back and he entrusted it to someone else because he knew that that someone else would steward that gift well. And that's literally what happens when we hold on to what it is that God has asked us to release. Too many times we allow fear, comparison, excuses, or anything else just to convince us to pause and to take a break. And that doesn't just delay the assignment. That doesn't just delay the business. That doesn't just delay the blessing, but it delays the impact that we are called to make. And it's a very hard pill to swallow, but delayed obedience is still considered disobedience. Okay, so whatever it is that God is calling you to do or has called you to do, He's literally already equipped you for it. So you need to move, you need to act, you need to steward it well, because you don't want to wake up one day and realize that the blessing that you're literally praying for was placed in someone else's hands because you buried it, you failed to act, and you were procrastinating. I say this with love. So you got this, but most importantly, remember that God got you.